Since Dodge released the Challenger in 2008, along with its four-door sibling, the Charger, in 2006, the car has unquestionably been a success for the company. In 2018 and 2019, they posted record sales. For 2020, Dodge is celebrating the 50-year anniversary of the original Challenger released in 1970 with the 50th Anniversary Edition package. So in this video, we're going to see what the Anniversary Edition has to offer. We'd like to thank the folks at JT's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lexington, South Carolina for allowing us to test this 50th anniversary Challenger. JT's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a nice selection of new and used vehicles, so if you're in the market for a new vehicle, certainly check out the folks at JT's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Dodge Challenger, much like its sibling, the Dodge Charger, is a love it or leave it type of vehicle. It's big, it's loud, and makes no excuses for what it is. The original Challenger was released in 1970, which means the 2020 model year marks the 50th year anniversary for the car. To celebrate this milestone, Dodge has released a 50th Anniversary Edition Challenger across 4 trim levels, including the one we have here, the 2020 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack Shaker Widebody 50th Anniversary Edition. Yes, that's a mouthful, and possibly the longest name for a car ever. The 50th anniversary trim is also available on the non-widebody RT Scat Pack, the normal RT, as well as GT models. The 50th Anniversary Edition package adds a number of features which we will go over throughout this video. So let's start up front with the styling. The Challenger has the familiar wide horizontal grille with 2 circular headlights on each side. The round headlights are likely one of the most recognizable design attributes for the Challenger. The headlights have the hollowed out air catcher design, and because this is a 50th anniversary model, there's a 50th year anniversary logo on the inside. In between the headlights are the RT badge, RT stands for Road and Track, as well as a Challenger 50 badge included with the 50th anniversary trim. Widebody models get a different front bumper that excludes fog lights, and the widebody fenders add 3.5 inches of width to the car. The upper and lower portions of the grille are filled with the crate-style mesh. There's also a front lip splitter, and this car has the yellow guard still on the splitter. The guard is there to keep the splitter safe during shipping. However, in the community, some see it as a nice styling feature. Others, such as the designer Mark Trossel, who headed the design at Dodge and SRT, would like to see owners remove them. What do you think? Do you like the yellow guard, or do you think owners should take them off? Moving up to the hood, this car is fitted with the optional $500 Shaker-style intake. With the 50th anniversary trim, the hood scoop is painted the same color as the body. There's a Shaker decal on the inside of the hood opening. The intake is functional, and when you're revving the massive V8 engine, the hood scoop does shake as the name implies. '50th Anniversary Editions also receive a flat black hood, roof, and rear deck. From the side, you can get a good look at the long hood design of the Challenger, as well as the addition of the widebody treatment, which flows into the standard fenders. I think Dodge did a great job of harkening back to the old design of the original Challenger. The proportions are spot on for what the 1970s Challenger was when it was introduced, a long hood with a stubby butt in the rear. 50th anniversary models add special edition wheels, which Dodge calls Gold School wheels. In wide body trim, the wheels are a large 20 by 11 inches. Normal cars get 20 by 9.5 inch wheels, and the lower trimmed GT models get 20 by 9 inch wheels. Still very sizable wheels. These wheels come wrapped in meaty 305/35 tires, both front and rear. I love gold and bronze wheels, so I am a big fan of these Gold School wheels. Behind the wheels, you will find massive 6-pot Brembo calipers up front and 4-piston calipers in the rear. 50th anniversary models have gunmetal painted brake calipers. Scat Packs also receive a B badge on the fender and there's a black fuel door with the traditional FUEL fuel lettering. In the rear, the Challenger has long rectangular taillights that are full LED. The deck lid has a satin black rear spoiler, and the spoiler comes complete with the 50th Anniversary Challenger badge. Getting into the Challenger can be done using the key you see here. There's also a keyless entry button on the door handle that can lock and unlock the door. Alright, hopping into the 50th Anniversary Challenger, and I'll start off by saying apologies if I look a little bit sweaty. It is a very hot day, but nonetheless, car videos still must be made. So with that being said, this is my first time being inside of one of these FCA products, the Challenger, the Charger, so on and so forth. And American car companies tend to have this reputation of having lower than standard build quality. But honestly, this isn't that bad. There's plenty of soft touch materials throughout. Everything seems to be really sturdy in terms of the build quality. And because this is a 50th anniversary edition, there are a number of features that are added to this interior that help give it more of an upscale feel. The center dash is dominated by an 8.4-inch touchscreen display. This car has the $795 upgraded system that includes navigation. The screen has good graphics and responds well to touch inputs, although it may be a tad busy with its layout. Overall, it's good and also includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The display and other areas of the interior are surrounded by carbon fiber accents. The rest of the dash is covered in soft leather material, and sepia tone stitching is found throughout the interior. Below the screen, you'll find some audio controls, the dual zone climate controls, as well as controls for traction and launch. The Challenger also has plenty of room for storage. I like how the glove compartment has separated upper and lower areas to store items. Inside the center armrest, you can find auxiliary, 12-volt, and USB connectivity. The seats are heated and ventilated and come lined in Alcantara and leather, and the seat backs have 50th anniversary logos. These seats are extremely comfortable and still provide good lateral support. The doors are also lined with Alcantara. The instrument cluster features unique white-faced gauges with yellow accents. There's also a 50th anniversary logo during startup. The old-school Challenger graphic is a nice touch. The steering wheel comes wrapped in leather, has a flat bottom design, and feels great to grip onto. These interior touches are unique to the 50th Anniversary Edition and add a more upscale feel over normal models. There are controls on the steering wheel for media as well as cruise control. On the back of the steering wheel are the paddle shifters, which are a bit small in size. Dodge also puts buttons behind the steering wheel for stereo controls, so they do take up some space. But it would be nice to have larger paddle shifters. Nonetheless, they still serve their purpose and get the job done. This car is equipped with the optional $1,295 technology group package and the optional $1,295 driver convenience group package. The former package adds most notably adaptive cruise control, and the latter adds most notably blind spot monitoring. There are 7 different color options for the 50th Anniversary Challenger. Commemorating the year 1970, Dodge is making a limited run of 70 Challengers for each color on the 4 trim levels that receive the anniversary package, for a total of 1,960 50th anniversary cars. That means these vehicles are fairly rare. On the passenger side of the dash is a badge, color matched to the exterior, with the 50th anniversary logo, and denotes which Challenger of the 70 cars it is. This particular vehicle is number 17 of 70. This car is also equipped with the optional sunroof for $1,295. The Challenger has 39.3 inches of headroom and 42 inches of legroom up front, and 37.1 inches of headroom and 33.1 inches of legroom in the rear. Overall, that's more room than both the Camaro and Mustang, although the Challenger is a larger vehicle than both. Rear passengers are treated to the same quality of materials as those up front. Getting into the trunk can be done using the key or by pushing the button on the deck lid. The Challenger offers 16.2 cubic feet of cargo space, and the seats can be folded down to fit larger items. The Challenger doesn't have a spare tire, so underneath the floorboard you will find a fix-a-flat system. Under the floorboard you will also find the battery and a bit more space for storage. Now for what I am sure you all have been waiting for, the Challenger has a push-button start, so let's press the button and start it up. Because this is a Scat Pack trim, it comes equipped with Dodge's naturally aspirated 6.4-liter 392 V8. The engine makes 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. Dodge does offer a manual transmission as standard, but this car is equipped with the $1,595 optional 8-speed automatic transmission. This upgrade also includes a remote start system. All right, driving the Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack Anniversary 50th Limited Edition, so on and so forth. Either way, it's a long name, but you all get the idea. And I'll have to say, I mean, this is a big car. I mean, you're not going to get over the fact that this is a big vehicle. So it's never going to be a driver's car. It's not really made for that. At the end of the day, it's a big GT. But one thing about this vehicle is the fact that this engine erases any doubt that this is something that you can't have fun in. And wait till you hear this sound. That's just as American as America gets in terms of sound. Just that huge V8 and the gurgle. If nothing but the sound alone doesn't convince you that this thing is a beast, something is certainly wrong with you. This thing sounds amazing. It's truly intoxicating. And I think that's really why people buy these types of vehicles, is because they're just big, they're hefty, they're over the top. You know, take it here and go through a couple of these turns and just see how it feels in terms of moving it from side to side. Right, and again, you can't get over the weight, but that's really not that bad. It does stay pretty well planted, even through some of these tighter turns. That sound. For me, the RT Scat Pack is likely the sweet spot in the Challenger lineup. This car's 6.4-liter V8 gives you all the power you need to have just the right amount of fun every day. I found that putting the car in sport or track mode changes the feel of the car more so than almost any vehicle I've been in recently. In track mode, the throttle is ultra sharp, especially when taking off from a standstill. This vehicle has an upgraded adaptive suspension, and while you certainly won't feel like you're driving a Mazda Miata, in terms of comfort along with stable driving dynamics, I was pleasantly surprised. I could see this car handling a larger track with sweeping turns with no problem. The steering wheel, however, is way too heavy in its sportiest setting. Weight does not equal feedback, and leaving the steering in a softer setting was preferred. In conclusion, the Dodge Challenger takes its muscle car lineage very seriously. I might even argue more so than the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro. The Mustang and Camaro have taken the bait from Japanese and European brands and have become much more handling focused. That's not a bad thing. But muscle cars have always thrived on the drag strip and were never really concerned with slaloms or hitting the apex. The Challenger, in true muscle car fashion, answers the questions how big and how much with a very confident yes and a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, this car is not perfect. The Anniversary Edition does add some nice touches, but for nearly $60,000, this car isn't cheap. And honestly, a non-anniversary car would be just as fun. There are a few panel gaps that need to be tightened, and it's not as polished as the Ford Mustang, particularly in the interior. But for those looking for a big in-your-face car with a big in-your-face engine, there's almost nothing better on the market. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also find us on Instagram at rideXdrive.